What's the most unexpected thing that's ever happened to you? I was 29, new to the city, working as a 4th grade teacher at Riverside Elementary. Moving to Portland was supposed to be my fresh start after my divorce. I didn't know anyone, spent most evenings walking around my neighborhood just trying to feel less alone. One Thursday after grocery shopping, I was walking home with my bags when I passed under the Morrison Bridge. There was this homeless guy sitting against the concrete wall, maybe 50-something with a thick gray beard and clothes that had seen better days. I usually just walked past, but something made me glance over. He looked up at me and said, "You always liked strawberry milk. Used to cry when they ran out in the cafeteria." I stopped dead in my tracks. My grocery bags felt like they weighed 1,000 pounds. This random homeless man somehow knew something about me that nobody in Portland could possibly know. Something from when I was maybe 5 years old, before I was adopted. I turned around and stared at him. "What did you just say?" He struggled to stand up, favoring his left leg like it was hurt. "Your mom called you Mouse." I did too back then. He looked at me for another few seconds, then limped away into the darkness under the bridge. I couldn't sleep that night, or the next night. I kept thinking about that strawberry milk comment. It was so specific, so random. How could some stranger know that? My adoptive parents, the Kowalskis, they told me my birth parents died in a car accident when I was 6. End of story. They said they didn't have many details because it was better for me not to know. Friday after school, I went to my closet and dug out this tiny manila folder I hadn't touched in years. Inside were the only documents from before my adoption. Hospital discharge papers, my original birth certificate with the name Elena Vasquez, and a short list of emergency contacts that led nowhere. I called in sick Monday and drove to the county records office downtown. The clerk was this sweet older woman named Janet, who seemed to understand I was looking for answers about my past. She helped me search through adoption records from 1995. That's when I found out my adoptive parents had lied to me. My birth mother, Maria Vasquez, died in the car accident, but my father, Roberto Vasquez, survived. He was hospitalized for 3 months with a broken back and severe head trauma. After that, the records showed he was in and out of psychiatric facilities for about a year before disappearing completely. The state told the Kowalskis both parents were dead. Maybe they thought it was easier, cleaner, less complicated than explaining that my father was alive but too damaged to take care of me. I started going back to that bridge every day after work, sometimes twice a day on weekends. For 2 weeks, nothing. Then one evening, I found him again sitting in the same spot. This time I brought a sandwich and a bottle of water. "Are you Roberto Vasquez?" I asked, sitting down next to him on the cold concrete. He nodded slowly. "You look just like your mother. Same eyes, same stubborn chin." Over the next month, I learned pieces of my real story. He told me about the night of the accident, how they were driving home from my kindergarten graduation. A drunk driver ran a red light and hit them head on. Mom died instantly. He woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later with no memory of the last 5 years. The head injury messed him up bad. He couldn't remember where he lived, couldn't hold a job, couldn't even remember my name for months. By the time his mind started working again, I was already adopted and living with the Kowalskis. The social worker told him it was better if he didn't try to contact me, that I had a good family now and disrupting that would only hurt me. I helped him get into a shelter, bought him clean clothes, got him connected with social services. Eventually, I offered him the spare room in my apartment. That's when he showed me something that made me cry for 3 hours straight. He pulled out this beat-up leather wallet he'd been carrying for 24 years. Inside was a photo of me as a baby, maybe 6 months old, sitting on my mother's lap. On the back, in my mother's handwriting, it said, "Elena Maria Vasquez, our little mouse, 6 months old." He'd been carrying that picture of me every single day since the accident, through homelessness, mental hospitals, years of not even remembering his own name. Some part of him always held on to me. That moment changed everything I thought I knew about my life. I'd spent 23 years believing I was an orphan. Turns out my father never left me. He just got too broken to find his way back.